Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to another game of Fury of Dracula. I have returned, and you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? You've been here all the time, there's been videos coming out every week. Yes, I know, you have been deceived by the power of the internet. Most of you who watch the channel frequently will know I've been away for a hiatus? That's not even a word. Hiatus, there we go, for a couple of months. But now you're actually watching a game that has been recorded or has been released on the same week that it's been recorded. So that's awesome. So yes, I am back, refreshed and re-energized for some more Fury of Dracula, and I've got a special episode for you today because this is the second installment of a series of videos I'm going to call Two Scotsmen Chat Shite, because on the voice call with me we've got the dulcet tones of Rossco. Hello, Rossco.
Hello, how are you all doing? How's it going, Scot-sword?
Very good, thank you. And what about yourself?
All well, good for a Sunday morning.
Absolutely.
Going out.
Exactly. It's Sunday, it's all good. And also we got, I know, how could this get even more exciting, I hear you ask, but it is a special episode today as well, because we're going to be, as well as chatting shite about the game that we're playing just now, we're going to be previewing the League of Dracula, the competition that is going to be starting. Well, it technically started yesterday, and the official start date is tomorrow, Monday the 5th September, but a game got played yesterday, so technically it started already, but never mind. We're going to be previewing it and just chatting a little bit about our groups and what we think is going to happen, all that sort of stuff. So there you go. So yeah, Rossco is controlling hunters today, and I'm Dracula, so feel free, that's my long intro out the way, so you just crack on.
Great, no, it's good, and I think and welcome back, as you say, for those that have been following your videos, especially with watching them as well. It's been a case of, do I remember playing this game with you? It was like 2 months ago. It was like, I do remember this one. Since you returned, it's been great because I've beaten you 2 for 2. So,
so I thought I was the one needing the break. Actually, it turned out it was you needed the break from playing me, and now you're just stomping the game. So.
Oh, is it? I just didn't realise. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Right. Okay.
Oh, that was me last night. That's karma. I had that last night. So.
Right. Give me a minute to just tune into your brainwave this morning. Let me just see. Where did you start?
Yeah, Mr. Green was saying, I was having a chat with Mr. Green away from the games, and he was saying, yeah, it's quite nice when, because quite a lot of the games recently have featured him, but they've been from so long ago that he doesn't remember them, so it's like a brand new experience. But
yeah.
it was tough having to record so many games in advance, and you can see it. I was rewatching some of those games, and I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Move there, don't do that. I was cringing so much. Oh, it's great.
It really is, isn't it? It's one of those, it's not until you watch back and it was so obvious what you're doing, but at the time when you're playing, you're so immersed that you just don't see what outsiders can watch. It's makes it more fun as well.
I mean, the good news is, like, Quincy doesn't need to do any critique videos. I can just critique myself. It's fine. I don't need anybody else. I can see the mistakes from a mile away. Oh, dear. Oh yeah, I don't know if you, speaking of Quincy, I don't know if you saw his comment on our last video we did, where it was just you and I just chatting for a bit.
Oh, no.
His comment was, oh, the only flaw with Fury of Dracula is the insufficient amount of Scottish people chatting in the game.
Very nice.
To which my response was, well, nothing can be perfect.
I know, they should be lucky we've fulfilled a quota that most things don't. Imagine that.
I know. We should really get onto like Nomad. Like, you know how like when you're playing against like the AI, it has like the quotes like appearing. Like we should totally get in touch and do like voice acting for it.
Yeah, give them some Scottish quotes.
Absolutely. I mean, because like Scottish people are always, like, in video games, are always dwarves for some reason. So we need to try and break that stereotype.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Not the beard. Okay. Yeah. So the tournament, as you say, I got confused. I thought I got the dates wrong when I saw Mr. Green announce his first game, and he decided to start 2 days early. So fair enough.
I just gave the option. I was always it wasn't. It's just in case anybody wanted to play slightly earlier, then all the fixtures are announced, so like feel free just crack on. Especially if you got like two. I mean, he's only got one game in the first week, so I'm quite surprised he played it already. But maybe it's a scheduling issue, maybe.
Well, I've emailed, I've only got one this week as well, and it's with Captain DJ May, so he's in Australia. So I messaged him yesterday, we're probably going to do it next Saturday or Friday night. I've said to him, to make things fair, I'll play one game where I'm either up early or late to suit him, and then he'll do the following to make it a reasonable hour for myself as well.
Do you think you'll do it that like it's the Dracula player who would be like disadvantaged in terms of time, or you're not fussed?
No, I'm not fussed. I mean, I can play it either or. I think it's more because if I know it, then I can, I just won't play it that day or whatever. But it's just more so that where both players are effectively making a sacrifice for the other, rather than just one person having to play two games very late or very early. I think that could be an unfair advantage, especially if you've got 2 games in a week.
Yes.
If so that invite's been sent. I'm just waiting to hear back from him, and then I'll get my first game out of the way before. Well, hopefully by this time next week, I should have completed my first game with him.
Nice, good stuff. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be playing like next weekend, but it turns out maybe might be playing actually tomorrow.
Oh right, okay.
Because I'm playing against Warecraft and they've got a day off, so yeah.
Oh, you said that. That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't expect to have
Dracula against him.
I will be Dracula. Yeah, exactly. So I have absolutely no expectation whatsoever of winning the game. It would be a free game for me in the sense I'll just try and get as many points as possible so the defeat is not so big. But we'll see. No, you never know. I might be able to beat him, but it'll be. We often have really close games, so as long as it's a good game, I don't really mind.
I know, at least from one, I think there's been a couple of games you guys have had where it's been down to heroic leap to finish it.
Oh yeah, like what? Yeah, we had the most epic one. I wish it'd been recorded. That was just before. That was like the prompt for me to start recording. It was a game where I ended up on like something like 4 HP as Dracula in Bari with double vamp, and he came in with 2 hunters, and it came down to like I was on 1 HP, but managed to get like the final kill. It was just absolutely insane. So. Yeah, we've got a habit of having good games, so hopefully that'll be the case. It'll be really sad if the tournament are just like crap games. Where
could you? Who's got? Oh, I've forgotten who's got that. Yeah, that's what I like about it. I mean, the way the tournament's been set up is done really well because there's no group. There's tables in mind. There's 2 players that I've never played before.
Yeah.
Again, are just as the way I'm seeing it is, I'm not every game you can only play that one game, and the game is based on the luck of the draw, the cards you get, and everything else. So I'm looking forward to the game is going to be full focus rather than just this is an easy one to get through because you could have a bad game, they have a good game, and that's what it comes down to. So I will need to make sure that my pen's so sharpened and not distracted with anything else at the time.
I think that's the thing, like. So talking about that, like the way the group's been organised. I mean, when I was making the draw, I was sitting there thinking, it'd be really nice if, the regular people in the Discord community were slightly spread out, so then we get the chance to play against different people and whatever. Honestly, like I couldn't have drawn it, like I couldn't have devised it better. Even though it could be a random draw. If I tried to make it like rigged it myself, I couldn't have done it better how it came out. So it's just the way it worked. But,
yeah, that's right. It looks good. It looks good.
I'm really
ideally.
On you go. Yep.
I mean, what you might find is at the end of it, you've got people there that maybe some wouldn't expect to be in the final. You never know how they get through. A couple of guys I've been playing, they're like, I don't think I'm going to go. Like Peter C. Lewis said, I don't think I'll get. So look, you can only play the one game at a time, and that's all you've got to do. It's there's no form doesn't really count for the tournament because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So there's no real. I mean, you could look arguably at each group and say, right, well, their favourites more than others. It all just comes down to that one game, and that's it. So that's a good approach for it.
Yeah, I think it's quite easy to sit there and go, oh well, then surely the people who'd get through would be the regular people who play. It's like, well, in theory, because they've had more practice. But then, like, there are people in my group who I've never played against, but they've told me that they've done they play quite a lot of the physical version. They don't play the digital match, but they play quite a lot of physical, or they've actually been involved with like writing or like adapting the physical board game from 3rd to 4th edition. So these are not people who are like completely unknown to the game. They know how the game works. So it'll be really interesting, and also see how maybe the first couple of games they might struggle, but then as they get into it, then the games hopefully towards the end of the group then might be even more competitive, and then that's when it's getting high stakes because you're trying to get those qualification places locked down. So I'm sure everybody who watched the channel knows the structure, but in case you don't, there are 21 players and they're split into 3 groups of 7. And to get into the second stage, to guarantee it, you have to be in the top 2 of your group, and then the 2 best 3rd place will also progress. I think that's pretty tough going, because even, if there's 7 players, trying to get into the top 2 is not going to be an easy feat at all. So I think...
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Again, you'll find that there's some players that will have... They've only had to play one faction each side, so if they've never played the other, then that's going to be a very difficult curve for them, because all of a sudden it's like a brand new game. So
yeah.
I always thought I played more Drac than Hunters, but looking back on my stats, it's literally something like 55-45 Drac to Hunters.
Alright.
So I always felt like I was playing... I think I may have played more back-to-back Drac games with new players that wanted to go as Hunters over the... Probably more than that. It seems to have been a balance on both sides, which for things like this, it's kind of good to have, because at least I understand both sides relatively well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's going to be very exciting to see, and I think even though individual games might just come down to that, a small slice of luck with cards or whatever, I think when you take it, it's 12 games that you have to play in the first stage. If you get into the top 2 after 12 games, you probably deserve to be there, kind of thing. It's
Yes.
So I think whoever makes it into the second stage will definitely deserve to be there.
Oh!
Oops.
Well. Oh then.
Right. Okay, this will be a quick game, right?
Interesting.
We better get all our chat in quickly, because it could be a half-an-hour game at this rate.
I left the gym for this. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's think. So maybe you've started the Italy upwards, or well, let's have a look and see. We'll keep her there just now.
Oh, I thought you were going to get hired scouts, and then I was just going to do GG already. I think, in general, I can't see. I am thinking, who could get through? But honestly, like, the groups are wide open. Especially
genuinely out, yeah.
Like, okay, I don't want to put any pressure on Quincy unnecessarily, but in his group, since he's very experienced with the game, he should be trying to qualify. But at the same time, that might work against him, because even though he is probably very experienced compared to the others in the group, I feel like maybe it paints a little bit of a target on your back. Everyone's going to be like, we want to beat the YouTuber kind of thing. So, and same with me, like, I have no doubt that, people will be like, we want to beat Scot-sword because he's a YouTuber, and also the fact that I've bloody organised the thing as well.
Yes. You'll have a target, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Again, I think sometimes, Quincy is a professional player at this game, and he plays the best when he's facing a professional opponent. I think the downfall could be for someone like him is that if he's playing with somebody who doesn't follow format that others would, for example, supplying during the day or whatever it might be, that throws your whole strategy out the window, because you might think, you shouldn't be doing that. And all of a sudden, you've got to be able to adapt to that, whereas he would expect as Drac that the hunter's going to sit and supply until you're found.
Absolutely.
The hunter, he's going to be expecting Drac to start further away and move in and so all of a sudden, because I'm looking. As I said to you, offline before. I've said that every game I'm playing, I don't assume I'm going to get through the group. All I need to do is every game to be in the first, to finish first or second, and
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. Because again, with this, even those that are kind of practicing, there's not really much you can do to practice because the game doesn't change. It's the same fundamentals, and if you're playing, like Mr. Green, I've kind of stopped playing against him because just follow the same. You get stuck into the same kind of routine of you start to know, right, he does this, this, this,
Mm-hmm.
and there's too many variables in this group. I think we've got out there. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 players, certainly a couple that I've never even seen on Discord prior to the
No,
tournament.
no, actually not.
So they're the ones, as you say, they could have been playing the board game since edition one.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you're assuming that I've never seen them here, they must be newbies. If they're flipping over to the digital version, they're going to have the strategy to a T.
Yeah.
So
We had people like, for example,
yes,
in my group, like and you've played like against Spencer, for example. Again, a relatively new player, but
yeah, yeah,
within like 3 games, he'd already beaten me. And he was Dracula, and I thought I was a fairly competent hunter player. And I'm like, oh my! And I had to completely change because he played in a completely different way to how you play or how anybody else
yeah,
plays. So it's really interesting. And like I look at my group and like, okay, there are 3 who I've never played against, so I have no idea what to expect. But
yeah,
then I've lost against Warecraft plenty of times. My win rate against him is not great actually, but they've always been close games. Um, I've lost against Ondra and I've lost against Spencer. So just based upon that, I'm like, I've got to be careful because I might not qualify. And then if the other 3 who come in, even I've never played against them before, if they've got newer strategies or they're still competent at the game, it could be a really tough group. So
yeah.
that's what we want
Oh
though.
yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of variables in that.
yeah.
I've said that a couple of people as well I've complained against that I've said kind of it's tournament rules. You'll make yourself au fait with all the cards, all the events, all the trails. Because
Mm-hmm.
then when it's tournament, I'm not. And me, I'll do what I can for people that try and help them or give them practice games. But when it's tournament, you don't get to ask questions like, if I do this, will this happen? It's like you got to know all that before we go into
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
because tournament rules. It's how competitive I am. So
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's something that you maybe talk about after the game and say, right, okay, it didn't happen that way because of this reason, but during the game, nah, you're fighting. Every game is
well,
going to be crucial here. So yeah.
well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was one. Yeah, I played with. I did with Peter Seeley. I was playing with him, and he asked if I do this, would this happen? And I replied, I said, I can't tell you that because it would affect the game.
Hmm.
Then afterwards, we mentioned Discord. He was fine. I said, this is true. He went, no, that makes sense. He goes, I need to. He said himself, I need to get up to speed with events because again, typically those that have always played one faction more than the other might know all about the cards they have, but you've got to understand the opposite one so you can work your strategy around it. If somebody has got chartered carriage and fast horses and renewed vigor, you've got to know that
Hmm.
if they can get to me in moves. Oh
Yeah.
shit! If you don't, you might decide to feed and not move and not realize. Oh, hang on, there was like one of the ones is going to be the issue was the road going from Rome to Naples. You can
Yes.
barely see that on the map.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, on the digital version, it's not very clear. But yeah, I saw the physical version is very clear. But here, yeah, I don't know why that's.
Barely, I mean, it
You
barely
can
looks
barely
like there's
see
one
it.
there at all.
Yeah.
So, if someone doesn't know about that and they think, oh, hang on, I need to jump there, then, or your wolves from 36 to 41 is always a sneaky channel to get past as well.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they've just got to make sure that they are up to speed with what's going on.
Yeah.
So much for, more for themselves, because hopefully the success this tournament has created so far, this could be something you do, it's like a biannual thing or whatever. We start, and start
Yeah.
building that up. That'd be really good.
Absolutely. Yeah. It'd be really nice if that was the case, but of course I don't have that expectation. I just want the first one to go well first, and
Yeah, absolutely.
and then take it
Well,
from there.
for the inaugural one, the uptake's been fantastic. That's 21 players you've got, mate, that are
Yeah.
ready and keen to play. And yeah, I think as it'll go, momentum will kick in. And certainly in the second round, be a lot of interest because by then you're starting to get a bit closer. So I'm just looking forward to it.
didn't really want to wolf form there, but I feel I'm going to have to, otherwise.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's one of these things, but then if you catch me really quickly now, then it's going to be a very awkward game for me, because I've got no wolf form left for a while.
Yeah. See if you had a look up there. Are you going south, or are you going... Oh, are you going north? Okay. Right, so you did Milan, Zurich, Nuremberg. Okay.
You sure?
Because you were adjacent to Godalming.
Aye, that's when I was... Oh, when was I adjacent to you?
No. Oh, yeah. No. Well, you could only have moved from there. No, shut up. trying to call... Oh, no. Using his mind tricks. Well, hello there. Okay, let's see. Would you have gone... What are my tickets like? Nuremberg. Now. On 44 Wolf down to there. Kinda makes sense. We've got a 21. Let's check this just to... Can I get to... Oh, I can't.
Aye. Ah. I mean, you were right. You're adjacent to me when you were in Munich, so I was in Nuremberg then. But I could have...
It was only... Yeah, you could only have been...
I could have gone like 24, 60, 41, or 36, 60, 41.
Yeah, but...
Or I could have gone...
I think you would... Yeah.
Or I could have gone 51, 60, 41. There's a few different options. Yeah, you were right. Your initial deduction was correct.
Yeah, because 51 wouldn't show up as adjacent to me because it's not by road. 38.
No, but Evil Presence only shows like the current location, not previous ones.
Yeah, but I mean, so that time you had to have been 11, 60, 37, 57. No, because you couldn't have, that. Yeah, anyway, so found you, so nah. Right, what we doing with this old get? Jesus Christ. I mean, this is like one of your hands. You know when you get a hand of just absolute gash?
Is it triple...
Have a guess. What do you reckon I've got?
It's either going to be like... I'm trying to work out. It's going to have duplicates of something. It's going to be like double dogs or double holy bullets or something like that. Or it could even be double... I've had that. I've had triple steak on Van Helsing once. Very annoying.
I had triple dogs. So if you've got any rats, just throw down any rats or wolves you want because they've all been done.
Oh, that was brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to tell you just because it's funny. So during the hiatus, I've only played one game of Fury of Dracula, and that was against my fiance. She, I know, shock. So for everybody who's watching, my fiance is not a gamer at all, but she just woke up randomly one day and was just like, "Can we play Fury of Dracula?" I was like, "Well, firstly, are you ill?" Like, what's going on? And she was like, no, because I know you're organising the tournament, so I want to see, what it's all about. So at least I know what you're talking about. So, okay. I played it, and at one point, towards the end with Van Helsing, I had triple Garlic Reef. I was just like, I don't believe it. Even in the physical version, my luck with the item cards is gash. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Triple garlic reef.
Oh, so grim. I just. I mean, I should have known because I should have been counting the cards to realise. Oh, there's quite a lot of garlic grease left at the bottom. No. I've had triple dogs, triple steak, triple garlic reef. Can't be anything worse than that. And always getting always getting holy bullets on characters that don't have guns. You're just like, oh, why? It's like the one thing I don't want. So annoying. Dear. No. Say hi to my wolves.
Hello, and bye.
I always find it funny that dogs count as wolves.
Yeah.
Because, like, how does that work? do they
the canine family, and it's like, there you go.
Do they befriend the dogs? Like, I don't, or like the dogs befriend the wolves, and so they don't attack you. Like, I don't understand how that works thematically. It's very funny though.
Okay, well,
dear. So yeah.
Got that out of the way. I want to do that. A tip for any players who are listening that might listen to this before starting the tournament, who are new: if you've got renewed vigour, don't use it when any of your hunters are delayed, because you'll just lose their turn.
Yeah, I've seen that as a common mistake, especially when people playing the physical board game. I've seen them using it, even though the card clearly says you cannot use it to remove like a delay. But it's just always like, oh yeah, renewed vigor, that works. I'm like, no.
Because if somebody's at sea as well, they play it. You know, you're like,
can I move by sea twice? No.
Yeah. Let's do this because good. Conventional weapons are just throwing canines at things. Oh, now then.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ally ability.
Nah. Let's see.
It's like when I got Rufus last night. I was like, I should search, but like I need to use it as the ally effect. It was really awkward. Like I think I should have searched in that situation. So I lost a lot of time.
I was glad when it was when I saw you do it as ally. I thought, right, that's good, because
I didn't get any more high scores. I couldn't believe, like, 'cause I thought, oh, maybe he's being tricksy. I was trying to move Mina like one space ahead of you, like. If you, I was saying, he could be a Nürnberg, so I went to Leipzig. Nah, you just went conventional east. I'll go as far away from him as possible, and I just couldn't believe it. Ah, you bastard! I wanted to misdirect that tonight. Ah, curses!
It's great playing with you live, and you go, "That's so annoying." Oh my god, it's just not fair. Love it. I love it.
I can't. I must admit, I was watching my videos back the last few videos. I was like, "Jeez, I'm a whiny bastard sometimes. Come on, lighten up, Christ Almighty!" No wonder nobody's returning to watch the videos.
As soon as you start, it's like, welcome back. For fuck's sake, here we go again. Anyway, strap yourselves in. I'll probably lose, but stick with me. Oh no, this guy needs counselling.
Oh, bloody hell.
Like the amount of times you hear it, it's like, in hindsight, that's what I'm like. You go, especially in combat, you go. That's what intrigues me. When you're playing combat and people are saying, "Oh right, shit, Drax going to use mesmerize against me." Well, that's only if he's got mesmerized. You don't have that, and I think some players get that into their head that I've got a card I don't have, so therefore they play something that they shouldn't really. You've got to play. Yes, you've got to try and understand what they've got there, but there's no assumption that Drax got 2 mesmerized and a fang, so you've got to work around that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the thing. It's kind of working out so many things. Like, what do I have? What is by the law of probability, what is Dracula gonna have? And even if they have that card, will they play it, or will they try and play something else? There's certain situations like that game we had last night where Mina got into a 1v1 with Drac. I was like, oh my god, you've mesmerized me. If you just get one Fangs. I was like, I don't have any anti-Fang item. Like, how do I get out of this? And yeah, it's just, yeah. I think it's something like you're trying to play what is most likely that Dracula's going to play. But sometimes, as you said, Dracula doesn't have it. I missed that game last night. I missed 3 opportunities to use Godalming's knife on Dracula or on the Reckless. I think. Yeah. I just couldn't believe. I was like, oh my! Could have got like so much. I could have killed the Reckless much earlier. I could have got like twice against you in Venice. I just couldn't believe it.
No, it was and again that was because you were like I didn't you assumed I had 2 Fangs, and again it's I've watched videos of players and they're like, can't do that because he's going to plot, and you're like, but you don't know if he hasn't even got plotting card. I think the strongest thing you can do with that is work your own hand to the best ability. If you can get both strengths out of the guy, that's a bonus because you can use your conventionals without losing them, especially at night.
Yeah.
But if you've and again, I can't remember. I think it was Andre again. It's about knowing when to leave the fight. Some people can just get caught up in it, and Drac just kills them. You've got to just say right. Like I think with you, I did when I did the heavily host damage and then left. Took no damage, gave you 4, and it's like right, well that's fine. It's the hunters are close enough that you just don't have time to feed because you want to just harass Dracula to do everything else. So there's a lot of other ways to look at getting it done.
Yeah, it's better to take a small victory and build them up incrementally than try and go for the kill because then you can't do it. So yeah.
There's that argument about heroic leap. Do you play that as soon as you find Drac, or do you wait and try and get him at night? And to me, it's like, well, it depends. I mean, it's all contextual. But if you jump on Drac with heroic leap at the beginning of the game, 5 off him straight away because then you found him.
Yeah.
Then you can keep the chase on him. He's going to have to then make wolf moves or sea moves. Yeah. At the end of the game, you might have it, but he might have 15 health. In which case, you're going to run out of time to use it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, they also like use heroic leap, then they can't escape as bat either, so you completely stop that possibility. Then you have to force the wolf form out of them.
Yeah.
No. Say hello to my spy.
Ooh, okay.
Be away with your rifle.
Let's get you up to speed. Okay, so from Strasbourg you will. Let's finally check that. Wait a minute, did I? Oh. No. I'm an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is you listening real time to somebody who gets very confused very quickly. I use Mystic Research. What an idiot.
Is that an issue? That you play Mystic Research?
No, I forgot. I just wasn't supplying because I forgot. I forgot I had it sitting there.
Oh, right. That's my trick.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, there's the Quincy critique where I did that, and he was like, "You played Mystic Research! Fucking supply!" And I was just like, "No, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this." I think he's losing the will to live.
However, I did forget how many. I think it was 2. Oh, hang on, I can check. Let me just see how many Drac events were removed. 2. Right, so I've got 4. Okay. Christ, there's Van Helsing sitting with 3 fucking dogs like a kennel. I could have got rid of them a long time ago.
Sort yourself out. Are you stuck in the English Channel now? You can't. See, if you just stayed in London, which is the way I play Van Helsing, then you wouldn't have these issues.
Yeah. Okay.
What do I play?
Any of the other guys say to you when they're playing their games in the tournament, are they going to be VCing with opponents, or are they just playing a normal game?
No, nobody said anything about that to me. I just assume they're not going to VC because it's not very common to VC and play. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not going to VC any of my games.
I'm not. No, not in 1-on-1s. So I just wondering if they do that and then asked you to commentate, and then you've got two. I suppose you could put them on mute, but I wasn't sure. I'm not going to be doing that with any. I don't do 1-on-1s or these kind of videos anyway. It's only 2v1 that I really need it. So
unless you're trying to teach the player. Giving advice or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So like, if I record any other games, I will literally just be a normal spectator. I'm not going to hear them talking or whatever. I'm just going to be like, no, I'm just going to watch as a spectator, and I'll try and play the game with them. Like, oh, where's Drac? Let's try and work out where Drac is, kind of thing. It'll be a different vibe of video for sure. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it might be one of these things where maybe I'll spectate loads of games, or I spectate very few. I just don't know. It just depends. I think your games against Mr. Green are probably going to be belters, so they'll be good ones to to get a hold of. But yeah. I suddenly realised now that maybe everyone's watching is going, what's this Scot-sword guy on? He's like so excited today. Like we want the doer, like really boring, whiny bastard. Where's he gone?
oh yeah, we'd be like, yeah, we like the video, but can you have Rossco on every game you play because you it just makes you happy. It's like, all right, okay.
Just like permanent co-host tie. And bugger off with Rufus, by the way. Can't be dealing with him right now.
Well, I was thinking you might be at the east coast, the west coast of France, or up in Germany, but we'll soon find out.
Mwahaha.
Okay, so
see, if I'd found a way to squeeze past you and gone east, oh my.
Yeah, I was thinking that. There was always the option you could have gone to Munich when I left, but I think I was already in there, so... Normally, if you're at Strasbourg, 300s in Germany, I think you would have... And you didn't layer anything until now. Layered out Zurich and Milan, so I would imagine you'd have gone to the west coast, or you're trying to get back into Spain, but who knows? Who knows? Let's get rid of that. That should be my third. Oh, that's what we want.
Ah.
Oh, happy days. Right. Strasbourg, Wolf. You couldn't have gone there. Maybe you could have got... Well, let's have a look. Let's just check. I think. It was in Marseille. You can go there. Check that. Just in case. You are on the west coast, okay. Perfect. Yeah, your comment about Rufus sort of gave me an inkling there. Oh, damn, Rufus, I'm on the coast. Oh, excellent.
You always curse Rufus when he makes an appearance.
I hate him. Absolutely hate him.
Oh, aye.
Absolutely hate him. He's a great ally.
Aye.
It is a shame that the Drac doesn't get many of the his vamp cards to play with.
Yeah, that's just...
Some good ones in there.
Indeed. Indeed.
Okay, so Wolf to Nonce. You would imagine Bordeaux 47. I don't think you'd come back into Clermont. Not hidden, which is interesting.
No, not in Nantes. I might have done it afterwards.
Not hidden?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you would... let's see, right. Need to get moving, sunshine. Okay. Oh. Try and follow my own advice.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, there was a game. Thank God I didn't record it, because I probably would have, even though I'm not monetized by YouTube, I would have got demonetized just for the sheer kind of frustration. Because I was like, my horse economy was fairly decent, and then I did like 2 rail ticket moves with yellow 2s. So there was so many yellow 2s in the deck. Fast horse, yellow 1. And like, oh come on, just pain in the neck. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, last night in our game, when Mr. Green was watching it, you were getting a few yellow ones to move as well. So there's nothing.
To be fair, my economy wasn't great, so I can't sit there and go, oh, there's only 1 yellow 1 in the deck. Once ago, I was like, no, my economy wasn't great. So I was having to constantly think, like, someone might need a yellow 2, so I was having to, I kept cycling, but I just couldn't get yellow 2s out. And then typical was always Godalming would pick up a yellow 1. It's like, oh, I'm going to put it back in the deck and take the next ticket. Oh, yellow 2. You're like, oh, why do you do this to me? So, very annoying. Very annoying. At least I got my white ones out early. That was the only good thing. Whereas I was playing the real version of the thing, like in real life, against my fiance, I had the Gremlin final white 1. Made an appearance when I didn't want it to, and I lost a horse, didn't I? I was just like, and for fuck's sake! No way! I was banking on that you didn't have a stake. Damn.
That's why I played dogs first. I thought, I want you to think, oh, he's still got all the dogs in his hand. Dun dun dun. Here's Mr. Pointing.
Ay. See, I normally ambush, but I'm just like, no, I'm going to play a bit tricksy, because I don't think he has a stake. Because there are times you can really catch hunters out.
Yeah.
But, no.
This time.
Not this time.
You still didn't hide, so that's interesting. You've not changed your layers. Yeah, I don't think you would have gone 15. I think you've gone into Spain. It's fine because Rufus can play his game. That's good.
Rufus can get the fuck. Summon. Right.
Nuremberg. Right, okay. That's fine. Ooh.
Do you have any particular sort of expectation of yourself in the tournament in terms of like an objective for yourself, like how far you want to get, or like how many wins you want to get in the first stage, or just playing it?
I mean, I'm trying to get to win it. That's my goal. Is to. I'm not going to half-ass it. I want to to get in there and win the tournament. So, but also making sure that don't let that to me where it's all and start making mistakes, and I can only play the game that's there. But yeah, I'm in it to win it. So.
Oh yeah, I had no doubt about that. But do you think that is realistic?
Yeah. I think that's what I'm saying. I think everyone's got an equal chance to win it. Really, because again, the game in itself, the fundamentals and the technicalities of it is, you can only, I can't guarantee what cards I'm going to draw.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a case of you set up your. It's not like playing Gwent from The Witcher or something where you set up the cards that you want for the game.
Sure.
You're drawing whatever, and whatever the hand is, I've got to be able to change that over and adapt to it.
And
so
just work with it. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'd like to think that if everything goes as planned, certainly I want to get to the second stage, and then so the second stage, I take it, will there then be another randomise of opponents, or will it be a sort of play? Because obviously there's only 3 groups, so you can't do winner of player Group A plays second of Group B.
No, so it's literally just going to be the 8 people who qualify. So the top 2 from each group of 3 plus the 2 best third players will just go into a league of 8, and they just play amongst themselves.
Ah, right. Okay.
So it's so it's 13 eliminated and 8 remain. So yeah, so I think the thing I'm really looking forward to the second stage is obviously, if you've made it out of your group, you deserve to be there. So there'll be some really good players in there, whoever's in there. But it'll also be the kind of like, I like it from like the story perspective, like, you'll have rivalries that you might have built up in the first stage, but then you'll play against that opponent again in the second stage. Like, well, then if you if you finish first and that opponent finished second, there'll be a bit of like, can they get back? Can they be victorious over you, or are you going to keep winning against them? So those rivalries from the first stage will carry forward into the second stage. Plus, you've got other people mixing as well. So players who haven't played against each other yet will. And maybe there'll be people, if they know they've qualified, they'll start looking at the other groups, eyeing up the other players, going, I'm going to play against them, I'm going to play against them, or whoever. So
yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. Like, I'm in it to win it. I'm not like, I'm going to half-ass. But my realistic expectation of myself is to try and get out of the first stage. If I qualify for the second stage, I'll be pretty happy with myself. Obviously, in the second stage, I will do everything I can to win. But it's gonna be really tough to win. I think getting out of the first stage is gonna be really tough, and then when you're against 7 other really good players in the second stage.
Oh yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I mean, there's, as I say, I've got no doubt it's going to be tough games, and that's why it's. I want to make sure that they can kind of get the games in, because I won't be playing the other games outside the tournament for that period, because just don't. I've got to. What it's like. I mean, it's easy to get not bored with the game, but you just get sort of, sterilized to it, where it's like, okay. So if I'm not playing, I'm going to leave it a week and then just come in fully focused. Where, at least that way. But if I mean, you've got to be fully focused on the game just to adapt to as many games I've played where I've missed something and you go, I should have seen that, and it was either no excuses, but it was either lack of focus or doing something at the same time. I turned, like this morning's one. There's no music on, there's no TV. I'm in the office, and this is how we play the tournament games, so that there's no distractions, and because that's it. You look away at something else, you look back, and all of a sudden, where were you again? And so that.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I mean, obviously the priority is league games. If I can get other games in, then I will. But if the only game, and also if I'm spectating as well. But if I find I'm like, no, I can only do the 2 league games every week, that's fine. I'm not gonna stress about it.
I think it's good, because I mean, if you play your 2 games and then, as you say, some of the other players want you to commentate on theirs, it's a nice, it's a nice break from you, but still being involved in the game. You can just watch somebody's game.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it's a nice kind of, But again, it's one of those games you don't have to think about and go, if I come back, has there been changes and updates and DLCs? You know, the game is what it is. So
absolutely.
My weakness can be that, I mean, you know, I've taken breaks from it for 2-3 weeks because as much as you love it, just, you know, if I'm finishing a game at 1 a.m, mind switched on about the game, you're thinking about it, and, you know, I'm not sleeping for 2 hours after, and, you know, I need to just like say, right, so that's what I'm going to do away with it for the tournament because, you know, are you going to be posting the videos for the tournaments like on a weekly, or are you going to do like this? Are you going to save them up and post them all out at once as tour, or are you going to keep them sort of real time so people can see what's going on?
I'll probably do mine real time. So like if I play, for example, if I play my game against Warcraft on Monday, I'll probably then upload it the coming weekend kind of thing. So there might be a double upload of this game and then maybe a day later the game against Warcraft. Yeah, I think so. Because I think, I think. Nope. Another one. Another one. Oi, oi, oi. Here we go. Right, okay, you might have to give me the lowdown because I didn't see it all. Forewarned, you had Fast Horse, Steak, Heavenly Host, no garlic anymore. Escape Route?
Escape Route, yep.
And there's one more?
Wax Cylinders.
Wax Cylinders. If you just keep them on Mina, that'll be grand, thanks.
Not a problem at all, don't you worry about it. That was my strategy.
Good. Absolutely.
Spies. Main thing is I lost a white one. That's a fuck.
Oh, I didn't even see the ticket. Oh, that's a massive win then. Good stuff. Happy days.
To check it, I couldn't risk it being a hoax.
But no, completely understandable why you, yeah.
But I mean, saying that, yeah, fuck it. I need to get these white ones. Right, okay, so I've got one. Right, okay. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
You didn't go there. You didn't go Alicante, so you went 47. You may have had, and then you've gone Madrid. You weren't in 48 when I went there. So I think Cadiz or Bartha you've left from. Okay.
Or was I an utter madman who went to Granada, hoping you wouldn't have consecrated ground?
Well, if you did that, you'd have to go from Cadiz because you weren't in. Well, we'll soon find out. I sit here and hope to get the trick that you always get with the fucking local rumours or evil presence. So,
no curses.
How'd you like that?
I mean, to be fair, you've drawn one evil presence, but no local rumours yet. So that actually, yeah, that could work out for you.
Did you Cadiz it? You did Cadiz it. Okay.
I did.
Did you fog it? Or did you double vamp it? There's no rumours, so. Okay. What was it you didn't? Oh, it was one of the games I was watching. Where you missed a. I think you put a rumour token on Trail 3 and then your vamp matured in Trail 6 and you were like, oh fuck, why did I put a rumour token? It's just gonna burn it now.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you on? But I had that with you last night, mate. I had that new vampire in Valona that I never matured because I had the Reckless in Rome. So it was like, right, do I risk you guy, hoping the Reckless, because if that had matured I would have won the game. I had 5 points after Mina's death. Or it was like, and if I mature Valona, I'm only going to get 3, and then there's no reason for you to search. I wanted to get you back to Rome, so I fucked up as well. I should have. Played fine because it delayed Van Helsing, but
it's kind of the thing where it's like, yeah, it's tricky. Like, do you take the 4 guaranteed points, or you try and bank for the 7 later, or whatever it was?
Yeah.
What? Right. So I'm now really interested because you had a rumor token, and I got rid of a hoax, and you had a rumor token on Rome, but then you put it into a layer. And I was like, yeah, take your points, no problem. What did you actually have there at the very beginning?
Rome, bats.
Oh, okay.
That's why I layered it, because then what I did is I threw down rats on there.
Because you take the dice and push them to something.
Yeah, because at the time I'll tell you what, it was bats and it was Sagani Mob, and then I had rats on Barry as the other layer. So what I was going to do is, hoping it was me or somebody, I was going to do 3 damage, then send you to the rats for 2.
Yeah.
Delay it. So that was the plan, but then yeah, it never got to mature, so I was like, oh.
That was pretty lucky because I saw it, because in that situation it could have been the other way round. You could have had like the Hooks or the Vampire in Rome, and you put bats in Bowery.
Yeah.
I just had as like, well, yeah.
It was one of those occasions where I throw down a rumour just to. If you've got, especially, I find it's useful if you've got a location far away from. Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Far away from.
I had a fags as well. Oh, Christ!
Oh, you should have used them.
Oh.
I mean, I feel so. That goes out to you.
I don't even believe it. Oh my god.
Give me now while I'm chatting directly to you. Tell me the reason. So what was the difference? You thought I might use fangs, but what made you not use them?
Because I just made the assumption you have a stake, so I tried to stop you from escaping.
No.
Because I was trying to, yeah. I mean, maybe with Reckless, I don't know. Because then it's sometimes it's like 2 hours. Oh, they always go fangs with Reckless, so you then play a knife or something or a dodge. So it's like, well, let's play Mesmerize. Right.
Is it that there is that risk with?
I suppose,
yeah,
like, but then, like, if you play what else could happen in that situation? I mean, if you played knife, is it a big deal? Because the vampire's still alive. If you play, you might play like a rifle or a pistol and have holy bullets. But...
Well, this is it, isn't it? That's what I like about it. It's a case of the best way you can bluff somebody is by getting them to doubt themselves. So it's a case of assume, oh well, because the amount of times I've had it where I've had a hunter play, I find it, especially if they know there's a Reckless and they're eager to jump on me, then I know they've either got heavily host or a stake, because that's the only reason they want to try and do that. So if I've got fangs, I'll play that first off, because the worst case is they play a knife and you get 3 damage. You can counter that with the next round, or they don't have anything and you get a point anyway for IP.
Yeah, that's what just.
If they play heavily host, then they're out the game, and well, they're out of that combat. They've lost a heavily host, plus they've got a bite. So
yeah,
the Reckless is useful. New Vampire is different. New Vampire is your delayed style, and if you've got 2 hunters, but yeah, it's a difficult one with that. But sometimes it works. I mean, you could have drawn your fangs, and that was the risk I took. I just assumed you had fangs. So, yeah, and but you didn't. So it kind of.
So I can't remember what I had. I just saw the Mesmerize and the Fangs. I had no strength. I was like, right, it's gonna have to be one of these 2.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of worked out, I was like, well, Mesmerize counters everything apart from a heavily host. I mean, I'll give you a good punch, but like, I'm not very fussed about a punch. So.
Yeah.
I thought combat was one of my strengths. I think I'm getting worse at it. Well, okay. So you're not going to be delayed as long as I'd like. That's annoying.
Okay, so... The good thing is you left in South Atlantic, so that's fine.
Which way am I going? I bugger off.
I draw an evil presence this hand, would be fantastic.
Fortunately, it's a Dracula event on the top, so you can't get a local rumour, so that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I'd done it. Yeah. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
He got 1, 2. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Cadiz. Well, you hid from there, so you had to have gone Madrid, Cadiz, so that's fine. Let's have a quick check on here. Good. Alright, okay. Okay, we'll leave him there. Oh, hang on, have I used 1, 2, 3, 4?
Right.
Okay, I'll have to let that mature then. I think it'd be worth saying to the audience as well that recently Scot-sword and myself managed to meet up in Edinburgh in real life.
Yeah.
So it was nice to catch up with a player and put a face to a name, and yeah, it was good to catch up with you both there.
Indeed, yeah, it's great to see you. I don't know, I don't know if that's the first in-person, like, Fury of Dracula, like, meetup, like, with people who didn't know each other prior to playing the game. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I don't know.
well
I don't know how. I know, because it's funny, if you were doing the board. Oh, you.
haha, thank you very much.
Okay, well.
Oh, damn.
A few there, yeah, quite a few there.
Well, let's do a little summon. There we go. Thank you. The powers of evil, thank you for your contribution. That's given me a lifeline in this game. Thank you for ignoring that. That was very kind of you.
Because your devilish power, vampiric influence, which I thought you might have moved for me now, but that's handy. So yeah, you must have taken devilish power just to counter consecrated ground. I would assume. This is no manual, so there's a lot of good cards to still go after, so that's handy.
That is a shame. Yeah, if a manual was there, would have gone straight for it, but there was not. But I am happy with my choice. Hopefully, I'll be able to utilize it. Actually, I got a Drac card against. Who was it? I think it was Pirate Joe I was playing with. He just did a random night supply because the odds were well in his favor. But I got Seduction. I was like, oh, this could be really cool because if Mina walks onto a vampire, I'll get the bite.
Yeah.
Mina never walked onto a poxy vampire, did she? I just seen that for the whole game, didn't do bloody anything. So yeah, that was annoying. Fortunately, it didn't cost me the game. I managed to win it, but still, I was like, oh, Curse has just been sitting there the entire time. I think he might have twigged, because obviously when he was like searching for vampires with other characters, it had like the waiting for screen, so he might have twigged. Maybe it's Seduction that he's got.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's like, oh, just never move me onto a vampire. Typical. Just typical. Oh well. What can you do?
Yeah, it's always that.
seeing how it's played out now, I wish what I'd done... Oh, you have a knife. Interesting. What I wish I'd done was gone from 47 to 34 to 31, and then did the double move into Cadiz, because you would have walked straight onto me. And that would have been fun.
Well, yeah, see, this is it, because I could have gone, I may have gone from 48 and fast horse down to Cadiz. So it's, I mean, it's funny, isn't it, from both perspectives?
And as soon as you moved to Lisbon, I was like, I can't go there now. Damn.
Yeah. That's it. It's just trying to block off rather than chase. Oh, okay. So, well, I guess we need to do this then, because otherwise, wasting time.
Aye.
You go, boy. The med. Ah, right. Okay. So. Arming's not too far away. To know. To. Oh, hang on. No. What are you doing, Ross? You don't have to do that. What you do is. Okay, good. So Godalming's in the right kind of area unless you're sitting in 13, which I can't.
That would have been a ballsy move and a half if I was like, oh yeah, I'll just wolf form to like 54 or 15. That'd be pretty mental if I had.
Yeah.
I'm not that daft. I do play tricksy sometimes, but not that much.
Let me pose this to you then. Had Mina not been on another location with another hunter, would that have been an option for you? You've sneaked in before and been literally tapping a hunter on the shoulder as they've walked away.
Yeah, there was one with Mr. Green a couple videos ago where, I can't remember where I was. I wolf formed maybe from like Zurich or Geneva, and instead of wolf forming east, I actually wolf formed back to 54. And everyone just bombed east, and even then, like, he did a psychic bomb, is in France. I was like, oh, well, that's fine, because he could be in number 9 right now, or in 51. And they all just went east. I was like, okay, cool, I'll just walk back into Spain then, that's fine. I think sometimes you do have to go for those, like, unpredictable plays, but then...
Absolutely.
I always try to play the movement game. Like, try and get as far away as possible. But if I know there are 3 fast horses in play... That isn't going to work forever, so you're going to have to mix up one way, sometimes you're just going to have to do
Absolutely,
it.
Yeah.
So...
Definitely. Again, it's all well, the hindsight's all well and good, but you don't, sometimes, I mean, there's games that I have won that where literally I've been standing in the middle of the hunters and they've all fast-horsed past me, and you're like, shit, this is going to go really well or really bad, and then all of a sudden...
There's one.
You misdirect, and they're just miles from you. So, but it's not something I would recommend often because it's too. You're sitting there, and it's like.
Yep. It was like me. I watched that game back over the summer. The game where I was Drac, and I did the whole Venice Genoa malarkey.
Oh yeah.
That was. Very stressful.
When it comes off, you feel like an evil mastermind.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You just look like a fucking class clown. It's like everyone's going, why would you be that close to somebody? Because again, I guess the strategy usually is check the furthest away and work back in. So you're hoping that everyone does that, and they don't assume you're going to be adjacent to them. But then the issue is local presence or local rumours. I can't remember who I was playing. I think it was Peter, and local rumours when I was in Cologne, and it revealed 3 of his locations.
Yeah. It
was like, oh shit, I said, that's the only problem with Germany, and Spain's the same.
Yep.
If Seward's all local rumours and you're in Spain, you're getting caught out straight off the bat.
Absolutely. Aye. When we were playing that 2v1 when I was Drac, and you were just like, oh, I'm going to sense of emergency all the way to 59. I was like, on you go, son.
Oh, mate, I know, what an idiot.
But then, 9 times out of 10, that would have been the play I would have made. Because it's the most obvious one. It's the most predictable, but it's the safer one. So, yeah. See, that's really annoying that you've just gotten that. That's really frustrating.
That's handy. So you've not gone this. You must have gone Genoa, so that's handy. Oh well, jeez, oh, it's like another game.
You couldn't just get.
Yeah, that's a perfect example, mate. That's local rumours.
Yeah.
Anyone that plays that, all of a sudden it wipes out 5 or 6 other areas you could have gone to. That's good. That's a good thing with Rufus. It does force people's hand that they can't sit and go 5 oceans because. Tell you what I did like the other night that I watched, I'd forgotten about it, was when you were playing the Mr. Green game and you went to Terranian and he played the CG in the host and just blocked all of Italy off for you. That was a hell of a move.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't go back to the Ionian. You were in Terranian, you're like, don't place it there. Don't place it there. What have I got here that we can look at?
I mean, I don't know. You and I have had some really, really close games, but I just cannot get Mr. Green. It's just very annoying. It's very infuriating how sometimes I get so close to beating him, I just can't. I was like, no. And then I was denied. I don't know if I would have won. That's the problem, like, because you're guessing at that point. But we had a game a couple of nights ago where I was so bad, and I allowed like 2 vampires mature plus reckless just kept getting points. So he had like 11 points. He had a couple of days to go until the Fear of Dracula kicked in. But I just managed to catch him in a 2v1. I was like, right, okay, there's 2 planned ambushes. They've both got Heavenly Host. They've both got a rifle. I think Sud had 2 rifles. And Lucky Find's been given to Mina, so she has another thing. Surely he has to die here. He had like 10 health. But you never know, he might not have done if he bit one or whatever. But then, the game crashed. And I was like, I can't believe it. After all that.
Oh, I know, it's done. And you're right in what you're saying. I mean, it was. I mean, I only found out because again, the game I played, the opponent went away from the keyboard, and I was like, well, I'll just let it run. But it was about a time, about 4 minutes, which when you're staring at a loading screen feels like an hour.
Yeah.
So, you were right to say, it's probably done. But yeah, eventually it kind of rebooted itself, and then it let me. Because what happened was it was that usual kicks you out, but thinks you're still in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But saying, do you want to spectate? And it's like you have to yes or no a couple of times for that. And it catches up with itself and it lets you back in, but yeah, it's...
Right, okay, good to know. Yeah, because I think we did wait quite a long time, but I think maybe we're just a touch impatient, maybe. We should have just kept it going, and then...
Probably for as long as you thought it was. If you'd waited another minute, it may have done... I mean, it's reasonable not to wait that, because when it did it before, within, I would say, usually under a minute, you were back in again. It has been a lot longer now, so I don't know what the problem was with that, but... yeah, it wasn't ideal. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. How many fucking dogs are in these packs? Thrown them all into the fucking ocean. They keep coming back.
Christ almighty.
Well, now.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Well, no.
Oh, I better go and get my trunks. I better go and get my trunks, then I. Oh, no.
Tonight's going to be a bit problematic for you, mate.
Oh, Jesus. I just hoped you would not have CG. If you have CG, that is very much GG.
Yeah, you see, that's it. That's it.
Damn.
Good thing is you can't misdirect Genoa because it's a wolf.
Yeah. So,
how healthy are you on? Let's see.
I mean, if you have the right amount of stuff, you'll just kill me outright. I won't even be able to get a turn.
Yeah, 9 on that.
That's the only problem with 20. I should have just gone 57. I was like, no, that's too obvious. I'll go to 20, because then I can go down the boot. But don't know. Somebody had renewed vigor, didn't he?
It's yeah, 20's a dodgy if you get caught at that wrong. But again, sometimes you don't. There was a game I played with Quincy when I went from 55 to the Adriatic, and he went, "Oh no." He said that's just a crazy move. He said, if I had consecrated ground, I'm like, well, I'm guessing that you haven't. So it wasn't it wasn't a crazy move. It's the fear of it. I think a lot of people kind of go, if I go to the Adriatic, but then it's like, well, I'd already used Ione because I did Ionian move to 55.
Ah, right, okay.
He didn't have CG, so I was like, well, and he goes, he's banking on me not having consecrated ground, and as it turned out, he didn't have it. So it's like sometimes you've got to make these moves health-wise, and to be fair, CG, unless you're sitting on 5 health, and if you've got 10 health and CG is played, it's not the worst case. Do you know what I mean? It frees up. You've got one item left on there, and it frees up your trail. Fair enough. Just need to make sure that you can feed or whatever if the hunters aren't far away. It's that fear of not doing stuff because if CG is played. However, I'm assuming you picked up Devilish Power from your cards, which would make it academic anyway. But you haven't, and that's why you're worried if I play it now. But let's see. I'll play it and see what you think. Okay. That. Do this.
Because I think, obviously I got the hook, so something shuffled back in, but yeah, you hadn't made it halfway through the deck, so I was like, well, probability is that you don't have it. I mean, there is obviously a fear of it, but at the same time, I was like, well, I have to hope that you don't have it, and sometimes you just have to roll the dice a bit.
Well, that's it. I think it's more about assume that you can, because again, the odds, while it's odds that I don't have it, the odds are that I do have it. So you could draw CG on the first hand. Yeah. I think it's just one of those to play your game as you would and not fear. If you play it right, and like I say, if you're not bottlenecked somewhere, you're fine. But always handy to keep track near a coastline just in case it's played. That is, I was just taking the piss. I don't have it, so you're okay.
After all that.
I get your anxiety levels up to a bit, so.
Yeah, I know. Now you know where I am, so I'm not going to be here for very... I was hoping to have a nice long trail through Italy, but no, that's not going to happen, is it?
And Hive's been used, and Wolf's been used.
Yeah, I know. So... I do have a little bit of time, because that fog is blocking you in a wee bit, so that's okay. Let's do that, I guess. And I was going to misdirect Florence at one point, hoping you'd think I'd got up to Venice, but there's no point in doing that now, so that's fine.
Yeah.
No, not really. Okay.
So one good move I like from Misdirect is probably the most effective is when I use it prior or post a wolf form.
Yes. Well, that's what I wanted to do with Strasbourg. I was like, I just need one more day. Because when I wolf form, Misdirect was 1 space 2. I was like, I should have maybe held my wolf form one more turn. Because I could have wolf form then the next turn after instantly then Misdirect. But no, you found it.
Okay, so he can't do there. Let's do this. Oh, hello.
And there's the CG.
Oh, yeah, it's like the Homer Simpson poker face. Woohoo! I mean, don't. Get rid of that. See, as soon as you put that fucking hoax in, the cards are all
messed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, you need to get. We'll do this. It's not even. Oh, you dozy. Put it there. I'm not expecting it, but it has to remove it from doubt. Okay. she's sitting on that. Right, okay.
Just going back to the tournament a little bit, it's just it's been very weird because obviously it's been a long time. Well, I say a long time in the making. Compared to many things, it's not. But you know, it's been a few months.
Yeah.
It's been very strange because it's not been 3 months of work. It could have been done, you know, probably, you know, in a matter of weeks. But it's just because obviously I was away, and also then my collaborator, who I'll shout out because he's done a great job, Peter. He's done all the
Absolutely,
PDFs and JPEGs and things for the competition. So having to, you know, collaborate with him, and obviously we've got our different schedules and whatever, and obviously giving people time to sign up. So
it's
been weird now that it's suddenly like, oh, it's here now after all this time. So I hope
it has come around relatively quick. It's funny because I think when you first mentioned about this, it was before you went off on your holiday. It was like, oh, September, geez, and then I was like, shit, it's this week it starts, right? Okay. So ours has been fantastic, and evidently, as you've seen from the community, everyone's like, it's a great idea. Just nobody's had that, you know, the gumption or the time or whatever to do it. So all credit to you for doing this, and the uptake has proven what you've got there. So
absolutely.
and that Nomad have been involved and look at, you know, prizes. I mean, it benefits everyone. You know, it raises it, and of course you've got yourself and Quincy. We're posting it all on their channels, so it's a shame more people don't. I mean, I would if I knew how to do it, but I'm not that technically minded. So it was more sort of YouTubers, you know, just to get. I mean, it's well known, but if we can get even more players join the community after it, then
absolutely,
all of a sudden, you know, the games aren't just, not that there's anything wrong, you know, shout out to Mr. Green and all the rest, but you're not playing the same opponent 3 or 4 times because you want a game and nobody else is free.
Yeah.
So
that variety is going to be really interesting. Yeah. And I think I was really happy too to justify like my decision to delay the tournament, because I had a couple people contacting me recently saying, oh, sorry for not replying for ages, but I was on holiday. I was like, well, that's good. Like, I'm really happy. Like, people have been away, they've done what they needed to do during the summer, and now when the crappier weather is coming along, then people can just bunker down and play some games, and that's
yeah,
great.
it makes the right time. It's typically, as you say, holiday time's over for pretty much most people by then. You know, you've then got your kind of, as you say, dark night, people doing stuff, and then it finishes just before Christmas. So it's done very well. Nothing but commendable, both of you. It's taken a lot. It's one of these, as you say, it's not much, but you know, you both work hard to even just to come up with how to approach it, the kind of rules, how, you know, making sure everyone knows about it, and encouraging everyone to join in. I think's you know, is something that been needed. You know, I think it's been quite insular in a while, that it was almost, you know, people just know who to play with and that's it. It's just opening it up to, and as I say, the main thing is just having fun, you know, enjoy playing the game, because if you know, yeah, you want to win, but the game is so enjoyable on so many levels that I'd like to think after the tournament people are going to, you know, tell others and so on and so forth.
I really hope so. Yeah, and I think I saw it too. The reason why I had the idea in the first place was back in the day, the first thing I used to watch on, like, in terms of a gaming thing on Twitch, I was streaming and stuff, was Age of Empires. That was a game I used to play on my own.
Yeah.
Suddenly, like, oh, there's like people playing it like online, and I was more of an age. I know because I'm really weird to people. I preferred Age of Empires 3, not Age of Empires 2. Sorry everybody. But it was really cool because they did the same thing too. I've sort of kept, like, I've not kept in touch with that community. I don't know. I assume they're still doing tournaments, but it was the way it really caught like the attention of it, and they escape route, planned ambush. No, okay. But I saw, like, because like the then same thing what's happened here. Like, people who used to play the game, you know, people who used to play in beta or like a long time ago, have now returned to play it. Brand new people were introduced to the game, and I've seen it here, obviously on a much smaller scale. But I was like, this is really cool. That's kind of what I was hoping for. So
the thing is, like, I didn't even know Discord was a. All right, okay, you played that well. That's fine. That's why I thought I'm not going to play my heavily host straight away. I didn't know about this. I said it was a YouTube. It was the what was one I told you? You know, the one where Bill Wheaton did them.
Oh yeah, tabletop. Yeah,
Or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd watched the video of him playing this because I'd already bought the board game beforehand. I watched him playing it and they kind of played it wrong because the rules they were using weren't correct. But I liked the whole. Oh right, this is quite cool. And then I watched there was another YouTuber, an English guy that did a good review on these games, and I was like, right, okay. And then I think it was at one of those videos that said, when you want to play online, follow Discord, and that was the first to me kind of. Oh right, I didn't. I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this Discord thing? I just realised what Twitch was, so I was way behind the curve. But it was great, especially when the pandemic, all of a sudden I bought the board game and then you can't play it physically with friends anymore. It was a great way just to, and for all the work no man have done on it, it's. I know there are a couple of, it should be this, should be that, but really they've pretty much nailed 80% of what the game was to bring it out. So, nothing but plaudits to Tom and the team there.
Absolutely. I think it's really cool too, because like when I just seen like the enthusiasm like from Peter, for example, and from Tom and Noma as well, but like when Peter showed me like the first draft of like the promotional flyer, I was like, oh my days, this is really good. And then because he was like upping the level, it's like, well, I'm gonna have to step up my level as well then. And that's why I came up with like the little trailer video. I was stuck on trains for quite a lot of the summer, so I was like, well, I can't do much, let's just put together a wee video. And that's the thing, like when you've got like other people like showing lots of enthusiasm for it and want to pitch in and like help or give suggestions or whatever, then it's just like, okay, then let's do this then.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I was then more key to put even more of my time into it. So it's I just can't believe after all this time it's finally here. So it's really great to see. And so I'll be posting videos up just whenever, basically. I mean, I'll have my normal Friday upload, but there may well be others. So like if people want, like, I know yourself, Rossco, you look out for you look out for videos, other people watching, just drop by the channel and you'll see there'll be other videos uploaded which might not be on the normal Friday evening schedule. I'll probably, I don't know, I should really, because there'll be people who are not in the Discord community who might be watching on YouTube only, so I might, not every week, but maybe like every 2 weeks, I'll provide like an update of like how the league is progressing, and like who's in the qualification places at the moment and who's not, and like some of the important results kind of thing. So yeah, I'll probably do that. Not every week, but every couple of weeks. But in the Discord community, I'll put the group tables every week. Probably, I don't know. I need to talk to Peter actually when I'm going to do it. Probably maybe Sunday night or maybe Monday morning. If I give him the details on Sunday night. Something like that. We'll make it work.
Check down for the league YouTube channels. Are you putting links to Discord community in those videos anyway?
I probably will, honestly. Yeah, I probably will, because then you never know. There might be people who discover and say, "Oh, what's this? Where's this Discord community?"
Exactly.
And they just go into the link.
Yeah, it's useful just to have that in there, and that, as you say, folk like kind of go, "Oh, right," and then they look into it and.
Right.
The ideal thing you want is like a waiting list of, when are we doing the next tournament sort of thing, and that's the ideal scenario, So.
Yeah. Now the question is, how risky do I play this?
Well, exactly. How much of a risk taker are you? Are you gonna? Well, you can't go Turanian, so you've got to be in Barry. But, no, actually, yeah, you could hide in pools.
See, this is another problem, because like, I've got my card. I've got my card, and I'm trying to work out, like, I know when would be the best time to use it in a normal situation, but the game might not get that far. I'm trying to work out, do I play it now, so then I can get more obfuscation going later on, or do I hold it? And this is tricky.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Get caught in combat 2v1, the card could then become redundant, especially if it's not a combat preventative. So
But then
Right, it's about choosing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I've also got bloody Rufus to worry about. Let's. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe not the right decision, but we shall see.
Indeed. That. Force you to see one more time.
Who says I'm in the Adriatic?
Well, yeah, I suppose. Oh, because the Mediterranean was still on your last move when you went to sea.
No.
Mediterranean's just moved up now, so the last roll would have been Med, then it would have been Mediterranean and Genoa. Oh no, you will from. Oh yeah. Well, I'm guessing you've gone from Barry.
You know what they say about assumptions.
Absolutely, but at least it's you and me. It looks like an ass, so that's fine. Well, that's okay. That's not a problem. Because otherwise, you can procrastinate so long, and then it's like you just get yourself out of what would have been a good move, and then it's like, oh, but maybe I was like, right, you know what? Let's just do it or commit. Sometimes it pays off, but that's no glory. No, we need to give you.
I will definitely utilise my card before the end of the game, whether or not it will help me to victory or not. It will just delay the inevitable. We'll see.
Okay.
I really need to feed, but I don't know if you're gonna give me a chance to feed. That's the problem.
Interesting.
Especially with fucking Rufus just there being a pain in the ass.
See, I don't know if you're bluffing me, but if you had Devilish Power, I would have thought you would remove Rufus as the ally, but maybe you didn't pick that one up. So it maybe Darkness Returns you've got. Or
as you said, I might have Devilish Power because I want to use it for CG.
But you're gonna risk taking additional damage with Rufus.
No, I want to live dangerously. I just want to walk around Europe on 1 HP. That's just like what I live for.
And you can, let's see what he's got here.
Yeah. Piss off.
Oh, it was.
Stakes.
Okay.
Stakes for days.
Right. Okay. Well, now we'll know if you're in the training because you can't move to the Med. You are in the Adriatic and now you're in the Ionian. Okay. To know?
That is true. That's the difference because between the physical and the in the physical version, I would be able to go to the Med in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only issue. Right, that's all sorted. So you went from Barry. Do I want to check Barry? Do I really want to? I suppose I have to because it's just. You can do that, and the other guys can move around. Okay. Yeah.
I needed the game to be like 2 days further on, and then I might have a chance. I've got so many moves to make.
For fuck's sake. Actually, my horse economy is set up that those are the only 2 cars left, and the other ones I'm fucking poor. Mind you, I need to get Godalming's down by 1, so. What's this? Barry, right, that can wait for a while. Bothered about that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Okay, you need to get rid of this.
The disadvantage with talking to you is that I haven't actually written down as many notes as I normally do. I normally keep track of all the events that have come out, but I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is a discard pile I can check, but still.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That should work. Sure is. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Fuck off. Like, a saboteur is no use to me right now. Utterly useless. I mean, in the right circumstances it could be useful, but it's never going to happen that way. Stupid encounter deck.
Wanna? No, I don't think I do. Well, if you've gone there. Just give it. Oh, good. All right. Okay. Oh, well, that's more fogs. That's useful. Oh, hope. Oh, hang on. Hope's fit back. Okay, that's fine. Right. Let's get rid of that.
Don't be like Warecraft, who was led into a false sense of security because he got the 3rd fog out.
Yeah.
And just Godalming just moseys in with forewarned.
Yeah. I think we'll do this just in case. Move that if we need to. That's fine. That's fine. Right, okay.
Right.
Got a couple of days left. At least you've only got the 1 point, so I've done right gating your trail.
I make 4 moves to try and
A couple of...
yeah, grim.
Ooh! Adriatic, Ionian, Turanian, you landed 1. So it could be Cagliari there. Put Genoa as a layer, so you've not landed there.
You sure?
Not in the slightest. You've taken Genoa off. So you've taken Genoa off to make you think you landed there.
Talking out of your rear.
Absolutely. Right, let's do this then. Ooh.
Hi, Scouts. Knowing my luck.
Fantastic.
There's only 1 in the deck, but knowing my luck.
Now, if you went there, you landed 1. Huh. Yeah. Let's do this and assume. Okay.
Oh, for fuck off! I had to bank on you not having it. Again, same thing. Safe play would have been Cagliari. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna hope you don't have hypnosis. And you just assume I've gone to Cagliari or to Genoa, but that's very unlikely.
Yeah, I like that. That was good. It was good to know.
I don't know why you moved to 46. That was an interesting play.
Because I thought you may have landed there. So if I
that's
thought if you were there, you would have only been 46, assuming that I thought you landed in 3.
That's
that means that if you roll from there...
That's impossible, though.
Adriatic, Ionian... Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, I didn't even... Yeah, right. But Black Sea. Ah.
Again, I probably should be giving you that information, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Completely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I will do. I can play Consecrated Ground in 10, 50. Ooh. Let's do this.
You've been very gracious with me in some of our games, so I felt it was necessary to be gracious in that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Is this worth going after? No. Right, that's good to know. Okay. He's okay. Yeah, because that was me talking about the Turanian. I thought he's moved Genoa, and I thought, all right, he's gone 1 to 3 Turanian. Because I thought it was like a game last night, wasn't it, when you rule forward 55 and Van Helsing jumped on with 4 warned and heroic leap. I thought, oh, you might try that again. Wow, 3 health. We're in 17, so you're 17 or 56. Interesting.
Well, I can get rid of Nuremberg and Strasbourg. That's Strasbourg. They're not helping me at all.
Yeah. The thing is, even if you hide there, it's irrelevant because I'm not going to go after it just for the guards. So. Okay. Closing the circle.
Whoa! I thought that was renewed vigor. I was very nervous for a second. Okay, I will. That's fine. If it's Speedy Telegraph and Long Night, I'm okay with that.
Okay. For fuck's sake.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Ah, okay.
See, if we were playing tournament rules, I might play a little bit differently here, because I'd be like, well, maybe I might still lose, but then do I try to go to Castle of Dracula to try and get as much HP back, so then the victory is delayed a bit more? It's like, it's tricky when it ends up in these sort of things. I don't know. I might be able to do this, but I don't know. I'm very much up against it, so it's going to have to take a monumental effort. Yoy.
Oh, this is going to be risky because we got here 1, 2, 3, 3 Drac cards. Fuck off. Yeah, I don't think I want a long night with 3 Drac cards. That's just ridiculous.
Sophie, you wouldn't look.
Let's get rid of this. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good.
Ooh.
3 health.
And he's still moving. He's a madman.
Oh, what?
This?
Right, okay.
God, there's going to be another close one. Thank God we're recording it. That'd be mental if I hadn't recorded this.
Oh.
Right,
okay.
Rumor tokens do feck all at this point, so... Oh, right, so... my days.
Nope. But... So... Well... Interesting. Just in case you've done 10, 50. Oh, good. What do you know? It fucking works. Oh, yeah. Wolf formed, yeah, that's a concern.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, 1...
Yeah, I'm not nervous in the slightest.
So we have to check this just in case. Oh, interesting. And we need to check this just in case. Interesting. Okay.
Aye.
Anybody?
Sorry to the people at home, I'm not talking because like my heart is about to burst out of its ribcage. Right, let's see if this works.
Okay. Unearthly swiftness of darkness returns. What will it be? Oh, okay. That's good. This is annoying me.
Oh, what a surprise!
Wow, Jesus. Oh, right, hang on. What are you on now for help? Okay. Dealing. The deck's been right, so I'm not touching the deck at all. Okay. That's fine.
I say that this is the first time I've gone to Castle Dracula.
Really?
Yeah. I realised feeding was out of the question. I was like, oh, there's a space I can go there that will be a better feed. Let's do that. And it gives me points as well, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Good move.
Well, I didn't expect when I woke up this morning this would be such a good game. Right, okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, never mind, I'm just stupid and I can't play the game properly. Lol. Oh, I forgot it was revealed. No! Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I thought been tricked. He's like, oh, I can wolf form. Oh no. Eh?
Oh, it's not revealed on my screen, so don't say anything.
Oh.
Are you implying that you've hidden and stayed at Castle Dracula?
No. Oh, fuck. I thought it'd be made... Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, no way. Oh, that's annoying. Never mind. Pretend that never happened.
Yeah, well, you might be saying that. I mean, you did misdirect. You misdirected Bucharest, but I'm surprised because I would have thought if you... Oh, no. Yeah, if you'd hidden, it flagged up, but because you wolf formed...
Because you know it was on my screen, it... Oh, never mind. I shouldn't be saying anything. Whatever. Ah, oh, Christ. Have I just thrown the game now because of that?
It's also, again, that's a good point as well for players in the tournaments. If you are on Castle Dracula at your stage of the game, if you hide, you'll still get another 3 points.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. See, you might have... See, now I don't know. You might just be a big ruse. That's what I was saying to you not to tell me. When you said, oh, I thought it would have shown it, I guess your screen doesn't show me... It doesn't show... Well, I'll tell you, on disclosure, on my screen, it shows that you've moved from Castle Dracula. You wolf formed away from them.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have a little discussion afterwards.
Okay. Let's say this. Let's...
Still, though, I only have to make one more move.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So... right, well, I guess we need to see whether this has happened or not. It did. Right, well, that's interesting then. I didn't realise that.
Oh, and of course, you fucking...
You can shove that up your arse for a start.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's really annoying. I wish I hadn't said anything now. That's really annoying. So yeah, because on my screen, because I'd gone to Castle Dracula, the Dracula token was there, and when I did the move, I did a wolf, and I suddenly realised, oh wait, if I hide, there's 4 things you have to check. And it's probably the least likely one to check is that I've hidden. Surely I would move. So
Yeah, that is interesting. It must the wolf form precedes the hide. That's good to know, because there's times in the past I haven't I haven't done that wolf form and hide where I was, because the city was revealed.
Yeah.
I might try and test on that, because
yeah.
because it's Castle Dracula.
And it was literally as soon
Castle
as
Dracula's revealed anyway. So.
Yeah, as soon as I exclaimed, then the token disappeared, and I was like, oh, you damn it. Couldn't believe it. Oh, because I would have left you with 3 places to... Well, no, you probably would have worked out. Yeah, because I could have gone to 10, 53, or 11. Curses. Please draw badly. No! Oh, no. Right, this is why you don't VC with people, because then you make things that give them information. Ah, oh, damn it. Right, can I survive a 2v1? That's the question. Not if you start hitting me with planned ambush, that's not gonna work.
That was a planned ambush for you.
Ah, nay.
Well, no.
Curses.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we'll stop, because I thought, hang on, you misdirected Bucharest. That's normal banter Drac play. You would try and do something to say, oh, I should have done that, just to... that, somebody moves somewhere. I was like, and why'd you have to move so near me? And it's like...
Yeah. Because you would have had 3 places to check anyway, and then, if I got it right, it would have been a 1v1. But then, that's when I was, if I stay here, but then the risk... I know, because I could just move into Seward at 28, so even keeping Seward in 28 wouldn't have made a difference.
Still, that's another good point. If you move Drac into it on the final Fury of Influence week, you will still get your 3 points. So make sure that's a winning move, because otherwise, no event and you go straight into a combat.
Yeah. Oh,
usually by the final week.
That's very annoying. I think I might. Well, I don't know. You might have checked it, but I think I could have gotten away with that. Oh, them's the breaks again.
I think also on the I was lucky that you were just a day behind, because if your bodyguards have matured, if I use wax cylinder for that, I've searched there, but you would have got your matured. Your matured guards would have helped.
I have to really hope you don't have any host here. Ah, you don't have any hosts. Oh no! Oh, that's a right shame. Oh, I could have snatched victory from the jaws of defeat with that move. Didn't shut my fucking trap, did I? Oh. How many... Oh, jeez, I've got to try and survive to round 5. That ain't happening. Oh, well. Yeah, he didn't have CG, but he had all the right cards to find me, so...
Just enough. I mean, just as well, because you played with your Hoax and your Darkness, the deck, there was no danger I was getting the Hunter card. I think there was 5 Drac cards, and then all of a sudden that's it back in the deck. I'm not even touching them when it comes to that. Vigor and Local Rumours helped me for Italy.
Absolutely.
Kind of forced your hand, but...
What I was tempted to do was... Really? What I was tempted to do was to actually use Darkness Returns in Italy to get an extra move, so then I could get Wolf Form off cooldown. So then I could Wolf Form out of the med, but I was like, I don't know, and I'm not getting points from it, so... I could get a kill here, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen either.
Okay.
I mean, the other option maybe, it wouldn't have got me points though. I could have done feed in Castle Dracula now, so I have more HP for this fight, but... you need the points. I don't think
You do at this stage. Yeah,
HP's not going to help me here. I mean, it might,
you're
but...
right. Right, you need the moves for this.
So... Yeah, it was, the execution was correct. It was the stupid, not shine my trap that has killed me here.
Well, as I said, that's what confused, because nothing had changed on mine. I thought the way you'd said it was it had flagged up hide form on there, because at mine it still showed wolf and no event. So I'm going to test that on a normal trail and see if that's the case. If it is, I'll post some in Discord, just because, yeah, I've never thought...
I never thought about it. I mean, yeah, 'cause if you play a hide when you're revealed... I think if you play a hide when you're revealed, you're still revealed. But in a situation where it's Castle Dracula, you know the back of the card, but you don't know... It's really weird how that works. It's not the location it's revealed, but you just know where the location is just instinctively because of the back of the card's different. Yeah, that's an interesting one. And same, I think was it Quincy who posted something who said same if you move into Castle Dracula to get your final 3 points to win the game, the health doesn't kick in because you get the influence first and then the game ends. You don't actually heal. So that's another interaction too. There's going to be lots of weird little things we're going to see with this. Ooh. You might have got me here. Depends what you... okay. Depending on what you played with Seward.
GG, bro.
Oh, you got a punch. I had no strength. I had to hope that I could...
You've used both your strengths, yeah, I checked that, so that was handy.
Oh, I've used... Oh, Christ, I have used both. Yeah, true. I didn't have a Fangs, otherwise I would have played Fangs here. Because you'd use the Crucifix. Because I could have escaped next turn, because I've got, because I just play against Mina, because she's got no way of stopping an escape a spat.
Well, I was hoping, because your strengths had gone, I played, the knife.
Oh, I already got a knife as well. Oh, well, I wouldn't have lived anyway, so that's all academic then.
But I wasn't sure, I thought if I use that now, and even if you hypnotise, then the next round, I've only got Garlic and Crucifix, and you could have escaped. So it was... And I had great strength, so I wasn't bothered about the dying side.
Oh no, I just wanted to try and get out of the fight. I didn't expect to kill you because you had so much health at that point. I didn't expect to kill you.
Yeah, good game, mate.
That was a very good game.
That was around the houses.
Do you think? I mean, it's all academic now, but like, would you have suspected that I would have done wolf form hide in Castle Dracula if you saw me wolf form away?
Well, I would have assumed you'd wolf formed away. Because again, I assumed that had you wolf formed and hid at Castle Dracula, it would have flagged up. On my screen, it didn't. It just showed up that you'd wolf formed away. So the next option, of course, you misdirected Bucharest, which was the right move. But then I would have been able to check Bucharest with Van Helsing. It could only then have been either way, Mina. So it would have been a one on two.
Yep.
A 1-on-1, unless I picked right. Yeah, that was the only thing about it. I thought, because normally you go from Klausenberg to Budapest. I couldn't have got to you had that. Well, Seward had found you.
Maybe.
Van Helsing could have got to you.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. So that's something probably really important to know, because if you play a hide normally, if you're revealed, you stay revealed. But then, as you said, it's kind of like the wolf form happens first, but it just says, oh, by the way, we're just tagging hide onto it. But because you've used wolf form, you disappear again.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I'm sure there's people watching this and be going, yeah, that's just obvious, you clowns. But I'd never...
No.
Because the other thing as well is, when you use hide, it doesn't allow you to put an event down because...
Correct.
You're revealed.
So
you lose... Whereas that, you could wolf form hide...
Yeah.
Put an event down.
I should have twigged at that. At the moment the fact he asked me to pick an encounter, I should have realised at that moment, oh, I'm hidden, because otherwise you can't do that. So that was a to be. It's just I couldn't believe, and because the Dracula model was up in Castle Dracula, and then as soon as I exclaimed, it disappeared, and I was like, oh, damn it, can't believe it.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I wondered what you'd when you were saying, oh, and I said, don't say it, because on my screen, I said, well, it doesn't, because I said, nothing's revealed on my screen. So, again, it could have been a fantastic piece of misdirection by you that you could have said that, but I thought there's too much sincerity in your voice to kind of go,
I'm not a good liar. In this sense, I'm not a good. Like when I explain like naturally, I can't fake it. So it's very annoying. So in terms of like the tournament points, just so you know, so I had 10 influence because I only need one more move to win, and it was exactly the 3 points I need because I got 1 point off a reckless. So in terms of points, you got all 15 off me. So it would have been. You would have got IDS, the influence damage of 5, whereas I got -5. Obviously, the win's the win. That's the important bit of it.
that's what I wasn't sure whether it was like a bully sort of 3 point for the win and nothing for the loss. But this just applies if there's a draw at the end of the group stage.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll even though it was in the trailer, I'll probably post something in the channel because maybe people haven't realised. But yeah, so it's like a goal difference system, like in football, where the win is the most important thing, but it's obviously like it's showing the margin of victory. Because obviously a game like that was fairly close, but then if you have a game where you stomp it, then you want to show there's some difference between them. So that's the reason why. Because the original system I had was only based on influence points, and then it was just a throwaway comment that Quincy made when he was talking about it. He was like, "Oh, that's assuming that Dracula always wins." And it was only then I stopped to think about it. I was like, oh yeah, what happens if the hunters, or if that's not the case? If Dracula wins all of the hunters win all the games, that's it. If Dracula wins, there's no way of, because Dracula always has 13 points to win. I suddenly realized it at that moment. I was like, oh my god, I hadn't realized that was like a massive flaw in that system. And so there's a message to everybody. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Fury of Dracula or anybody. If you've got an idea, if you see a flaw, contact the organizer and say it, because it was only then I saw it and I contacted him privately. I was like, I wish you told me sooner, because we could have actually, I mean, we've changed it, so it's fine, it's not causing an issue. But you never know, you might have a really good idea, or you might discover a flaw in the system that's been devised, and I was like, if this happens, this is wrong. So note to self, don't be shy to get in contact with people about it.
Yeah, because that's when I was like, oh, maybe I'm just misreading, because when I said but surely every time if Dracula wins, it'll always be 13 influence points. Yep. You're like, yeah, and I was like, so what the damage is for what? But yeah, now you explain this. You say it's like the goal difference if it comes down to a draw, or I guess for the best. So for myself as well, the other guys. So the top, is it the top third player out of all 3 groups, or is it, because obviously you're not going to take through the third player of all 3, so it's the first 2 go through automatically.
Yeah, so out of the 7, top 2 automatically get through, regardless of how many. Yeah.
Then it's the highest third player from all 3 groups it follows, or do they?
The highest 2 third place players. So if you get in third place, there's a 2/3 chance that you qualify, because it's 1 gets knocked out. So I'll just because all the groups are the same size, I can compare them based upon games played. It'll just be like the number of wins. So it'll be really interesting to see actually how the groups turn out, because it could be possible that you could come 4th place in your group, but you'll win more games than some of the third place players, maybe. I mean, it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. So it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. And at the end of the day, you can only play who's in front of you. So
this is it. Exactly. I mean, I think the players that don't follow traditional strategy, shall we say, I think they're. I mean, it could go badly wrong against them if they don't really know the fundamentals. But if they're using strategies that are unusual and things, and obviously then you're trying to kind of go, right, hang on a minute, this, as I say, those that are used to playing with professional players are going to be like, right, well, for example, if you will form, you check the furthest location, then work your way back in. However, somebody might go, they might not know how rule form works and inadvertently move 1 space away, and all of a sudden hunters are bypassing them. So it's going to be, every game as it comes, take nothing for granted, full focus, and I'm going to do a test on that hide though, just to make sure I think it must just be Castle Dracula, but I'm going to double check it just in case.
It'd be interesting if it's like any other locations. Just pick like any other location, reveal it. I don't know how, because it'd be really awkward to test. I don't know
think it. To be fair, I'm just trying to think back, mate. I think it does. As long as you use wolf and hide, because. But then again, I'm trying to think. I'm sure there was a game I played where somebody had clicked wolf, but then they automatically clicked hide. You know, it comes immediately after.
Yes, and it's so easy just to click select.
They were
because you're not
revealed.
thinking. Yeah.
They were, it might be that, but they were revealed because the location was. However, because Castle Dracula is automatically revealed, maybe then the wolf form and hide doesn't apply because that would always be revealed when you land there.
No,
It wasn't necessarily, you weren't found there.
Yeah.
With other locations, the hunters find you. So maybe because you weren't found, it was just revealed. That maybe triggers.
But then the
I'll check that. I'll check it later today and see. I'll drop you a message and let you know.
But then the way it works too, because if you look back at this video, like because it's the back of the card that's gold, but they only flipped over to Castle Dracula when Seward, like, to actually see like the front side where you see like the name of the city or whatever. It only flipped over when Seward walked in. So in another situation, if after that, imagine if I'd survived that combat or whatever, if I then wolf formed but did the hide, would I stay revealed in that instance? Well, probably, right? Because I have to be, because it's on the same space that the hunter is on. So in that situation, yes. Or if it was like a hide, imagine if you'd like done like hide scouts on Castle Dracula, it flips, and if I then do wolf form with hide, would I stay revealed? Probably, because it's the front side of the card, not the back of the card.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested. I'll put this out. I don't know. I was going to put this out on Friday, but maybe given the context and the discussion behind it, I might put it out sooner. I might try and upload it today, maybe, and see what people think.
I would. Because then it's the starts of the tournament, doesn't it? Rather than a week's been done. So in case any players aren't sure about things, then it helps them as well. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to go and check that later today and see if that's. I've never come across that before, so.
Well, sorry for spoiling the ending, but I figured you deserve to win after all those defeats you've had against me in the past.
Funny. Just you keep doctoring that spreadsheet document however it suits you. That's okay. Another gold star for you. You're like, I'm very good today. You need to start getting your game back on point, mate. Since you returned from your holiday.
I mean, to be fair, I could have won this one, and the way it turned out, I probably would have well done. But given I did not play well up until that point, but then I guess we're both fairly, we're similar skill levels, so you'd probably expect it to get that late. There was that game against Mr. Green that again, I was like, I played really badly, but because of the way the game works, I could just flip in an instant. I could have won that one, and I've beaten Pirate Joe once. All the others, I've lost like 4. I lost against you. I've lost against Mr. Green at least twice. So yeah, it's.
This is the third loss against me.
Yes, or that would be, yeah. I'm putting it as a moral victory for me, but it's not. Yes, but yeah, you've beaten me 3 times, including this one. Mr. Green has beaten me twice. The one that bugged out, he graciously gave me the win, but it's not a proper victory. And then I beat Pirate Joe, and that's it. So yeah, I'm not on good form, but then. So I have to.
And it's good to get it out of the way now before you actually start officially tomorrow.
Indeed, I was saying that to Peter because he was practicing quite a bit, and I said to him, "Don't burn out before the tournament now." So anyway, right, I'm going to stop.
We're talking like Olympians, eh?
I'm
in full training now. I'm away to have my my kale shake. It's like fuck it. I'm sitting at a computer playing a game, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to put a Rocky montage on and really get into the focus.
Absolutely. Right.
No.
I'm going to stop this. Thank you for hopping onto the VCs. We had a great chatting to you as always. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again soon. And I'm sure I'll be talking to you throughout. But best of luck for the tournament, and thank you for your enthusiasm and support with it. It's been really good.
Likewise, I'm looking forward to it. And we're good to get into it. And I'll see all my opponents in the tournament.
Indeed. Cool. Well, take care. See you soon. And bye to everybody at home. See you in the next video very soon.